So Jocelyn Brown, who had the classic song back in 1984, Somebody Else's Guy, came out and said she never got a dime from the industry for that. And she was a writer on the song. What is my thoughts and takes? That's not a surprise. I've heard horror stories about artists who sold tens of millions of records and ain't get a dime because the industry makes money off of your records. That doesn't mean you get paid. You know, the hidden costs, the food, the clothes, the limo, the wine and dine, they ain't because they like you. They that's an investment. And what they do is it earns interest. So I remember Jimmy Jam was talking about, he says the industry only business he ever been in where you can never pay the bank off. And this is a case in point. Somebody else's guy has been a huge song. It's been played tons of times. We're talking 40 plus years later, and she still ain't seen a dime. Do you know that there was vinyl, cassette, 8-track before we got to, MP3, before all the streaming, all that? There have been multiple ways that song has been sold. Cassette single, CD singles. And you mean to tell me they can't cut a check? If they do cut a check, it won't even be able to be enough to get her a grand slam at Denny's with OJ for all you can drink all day. I mean, that's the kind of coldness of that music business. And people be like, the lawyers huddle you, the paperwork, the whole propaganda. But the thing is this, if you don't know what you're getting into, you can get hook, line, and sinker. They can just talk to your head and just talk to you and just pay you what they want. Yes, you go out there and you can perform and tour and make some money, but you won't get paid on the song that you had a hand in publishing and all that because they got their own deals. They got their own way of doing stuff. It's a cold business. Welcome to show business 101, you know. And the reality is, it's just the way it works. They got people still under hook, line, and sinker that if they do pay them, they can't say stuff because it's just the powers that be. There is written rules, unwritten rules about, you know. So sometimes you might not see a dime. You can write the whole album, you can play all the instruments, you can have the studio time, and they still find a way to shortchange you. That is the reality. That's what you sell your soul for because if people see the records in and they think that you're getting paid like that, and it's not always the case. It's not always the case. And this is another sad reminder of how cold the business is because that's the one bumping song. And I did hear, what was the song? I'm trying to think. It was